Hello students, this is Nitin Mohod, and through this video we are understanding the concept of DC ammeter, that is a DC current meter, and multi-range DC ammeter, that is the DC ammeter which provides various ranges for the current to be measured. First of all, we will see the conversion of basic meter, which is also called as galvanometer, into DC ammeter. So DC ammeter is basically a d-Arsonval movement, and the coil of d-Arsonval moment is small and light, hence it carries very small current which is called as IFSD, and it is in the order of microamperes, that is very small. The basic meter movement can carry a maximum current of IFSD, as we have said earlier, and this IFSD stands for full scale deflection current. So here in the diagram you can clearly see the d-Arsonval moment or PMMC or galvanometer, through which the maximum current which can flow will be IFSD, and let Rm be the internal resistance of the coil of the meter. Thus, to convert this moment or this PMMC or galvanometer into high range ammeter, which will have the range of I or I range, let the range of ammeter is to be extended from IFSD to I range. So we will have to make some necessary changes in the given circuit diagram. Thus, to extend the range, major part of the current to which we are extending the range should be passed or bypassed through this RSH, that is shunt resistor, so that the maximum current flowing through the meter should not exceed IFSD, and it will not harm this meter anyway. So let I or I range be the current to be measured. Then value of RSH should be chosen in such a way that I minus IFSD equals to ISH, so that the range of the meter can be extended from IFSD to I or I range. Hence now the basic meter points to full scale deflection when active current through the circuit meter will be equal to I or I range. It means when this circuit is considered completely, we can say this meter's range is extended from IFSD to I or I range, and this meter will show full scale deflection when I or I range will flow through this meter, because this resistor is a part of this meter, and therefore this current, extra current, which is we are calling ISH, will be bypassed through RSH, and the maximum current IFSD only be allowed to pass through this meter. Rm and RSH are parallel, hence voltage across this branch and this branch will be equal, and therefore we can write IFSD into Rm equals to ISH into RSH. Therefore from this we can write the value of RSH as IFSD into Rm divided by ISH, which we are calling equation number 1, where ISH is the shunt current. If I range is the total current flowing through the circuit, then ISH will be equal to I minus IFSD naturally. Putting this value of ISH in equation number 1, we will get RSH is equal to IFSD into Rm whole divided by, instead of ISH now we will write this I range minus IFSD, and we will get this equation. Now before moving on to the multi-range DC ammeter, one thing is very clear from this diagram, that greater the current range required, smaller will be the shunt resistance needed. So smaller this resistance, more current will flow through this RSH, or more current will be bypassed through this RSH, and the meter range can be extended. Now moving on to the multi-range DC ammeter. So here you can see the PMMC or basic meter. Shunt resistors in parallel with d-Arsonval moment gives a single range ammeter, but here there are number of resistors which are shunted or which can be shunted with this meter. Using different value shunt resistors like this R1, R2 and R3, multi-range DC ammeter can be constructed. It consists of a d-orthogonal moment of IFSD and Rm. R1, R2, R3 are necessary shunt resistors, and F is a functional switch used to select different current ranges like 1 milliampere, 10 milliampere or 100 milliampere. When F is open, means not connected anywhere at A or B or C, then meter reads full scale deflection current, and that is IFSD, or the current flowing through the meter will be IFSD maximum. When F is at position A, R1 will come in shunt with the meter, and it will extend the range of this meter from IFSD to 1 milliampere. Similarly, when the switch is moved to point B or point C, the ranges of this meter will be extended from 1 milliampere to 10 milliampere and 10 milliampere to 100 milliampere by changing the switch position from A to B or B to C respectively. Greater the ammeter range, smaller is the shunt resistor. Naturally, it is clear from this that this is the highest range possible, 100 milliampere here in this multi-range DC ammeter. So this R3 will be smallest of all. So R3 is smaller than R2 and R2 is smaller than R1. The major drawback associated with this multi-range, such type of multi-range DC ammeter is, for a fraction of time when we are changing switch from one range to another, no shunt resistance is present in the circuit, that is, meter remain unshunted, and thus excess current may flow through the meter, which may damage the meter. Now, this drawback can be overcome using multi-range ammeter with Ayrton or universal shunt, which can be shown like this. So this is the multi-range ammeter with Ayrton or universal shunt. Here R1, R2 and R3 are in series, but they all are in parallel with the meter. F is a functional switch used to select a particular range, again like 1 milliampere, 10 milliampere or 100 milliamperes. When F is at A, that is 1 milliampere range, the total resistance R1 plus R2 plus R3, since they are in series, shunts the meter, and the value of the shunt resistor, that is R1 plus R2 plus R3, will be equal to the voltage in this branch divided by the current flowing through this branch. Now voltage in this branch is very similar to the voltage in this branch, and voltage in this branch will be IFSD into Rm. So the voltage we have taken as IFSD into Rm divided by the current flowing through this branch. Now total current flowing is I range, out of which ISH, or you can say IFSD, will flow through the meter and ISH will flow through the shunt resistor. And we are calculating here the shunt resistor, that is R1 plus R2 plus R3, the current we want flowing through this branch, and therefore I range minus IFSD will be the current flowing through this branch. Therefore, we will get R1 plus R2 plus R3 equal to this voltage IFSD into Rm divided by I range minus IFSD. This is equation number 1. When F is at B, now this resistor R1 will come in series with the meter resistance Rm, while R2 and R3 are the resistances which will come in parallel with these two resistances, and hence R2 plus R3 will be equal to IFSD into, not only Rm we will have to take, so we will have to consider here R1 also, so R1 plus Rm whole divided by I range minus IFSD. Similarly, when the switch is at position C, at that time R1 plus R2 plus Rm will come in parallel with R3, and therefore for calculating R3, the formula will be IFSD into R1 plus R2 plus Rm divided by I range minus IFSD. Solving equations 1, 2 and 3, we can calculate the values of R1, R2 and R3. Selecting proper values of R1, R2 and R3, different current ranges can be obtained. Here, the internal resistance of the meter changes. Thank you.